What's up? Hey guys, it's Jen here and welcome back to my YouTube channel for entrepreneurs, content creators, and bloggers. Today, we are going to be talking about ways to repurpose content for social media. All right, guys, so let's get into it. How many of you struggle with creating content for social media? If that is a yes, leave it in the comments below. If it's a no and you're a pro, then X out of this video and move on to the next one. But if it's a yes, then you've come to the right place, because today I'm actually going to break down the several options to repurpose social media based on the type of content you are distributing, whether it's a blog post, a video, or a podcast. Before we get into it, let's do the housekeeping rules. Subscribe if you haven't, don't forget to hit the bell and like. Also, don't forget to comment with any questions you have from this video or any other video based on creating content, being a blogger, or an entrepreneur in general, because I always pick the best one and share it in the next video. This week's question is from Alyssa Z, and she asks, any tips for creating an elevator pitch to answer the questions, what do you do, or what is your brand? Great question, Alyssa. I will answer that question at the end of this video so we can get right to repurposing content and how to do that for social media. So first things first, we'll start with blog posts, right? So let's say you've created a blog post, you share that everywhere. You share that on LinkedIn, you share that on Twitter, you share that on Facebook, you share that on Instagram, and you share it on Pinterest. Very, very valuable when you share it everywhere. Fun fact, if you share it on Facebook, only share it once a day for the first week. So for example, if you publish a blog post on Monday like I do, only share it once on Facebook and every single day that week, only one time. Reason being, Facebook does not like that. Do you guys hear that? Those are my neighbors, children. Another bonus tip is, let's say you publish something on Monday, you wait a following week, one full week later, and that Monday or any other day that week, you can actually copy the exact same blog and share it on social media platforms. So you can share it on LinkedIn, word for word. I would put a little bit of a disclaimer and say something along the lines of, original document is found here, and then link it to your website, just for SEO purposes. But this allows you to put traffic on your social media platform and build that authority in that space. So if nobody's ever seen your website, but they really like your LinkedIn profile, and you create this amazing article, you're not only keeping them there, which LinkedIn really likes, you also get to push them eventually to your website, because they'll see that little disclaimer at the bottom. The next thing you want to do with your blog post is break it up into chunks, the most valuable information. I call it chunks of nuggets. That sounds really funny. So for example, let's say you write an article that says 3 ways to grow your social media following, and you've actually written those 3 ways. You can take each of those blocks and make them into posts. Facebook posts, Instagram posts, and or LinkedIn and Twitter. Okay, next thing is video content. Video content is king and everybody knows it. So if you have a YouTube channel, how can you repurpose that? Well, when you create a YouTube video, you wanna make sure you share it on every single platform. So again, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest. You can also use Pinterest. Pinterest is super valuable. So share it across every single platform. Bonus tip, Facebook and YouTube do not get along. So again, just like the blog, you only wanna post the video once a day for that week that it was originally published, and you don't share the actual link of the YouTube video in the caption, but in the comments. So I do something like this on my Facebook page where I actually name the title and a little bit of an example, and then I actually direct my audience to the link in the comments for them to come to YouTube. Why do I do this? Again, because Facebook does not like YouTube. The point of Facebook, or Facebook's ultimate goal, is to keep you on Facebook, and YouTube and Facebook are enemies. They had a terrible breakup, so. Another way to repurpose video content is to actually take the video and turn it into an article. So this video, for example, I could actually turn it into a blog post. Super easy, and then I can, again, create that on my website and then share it across all my social media platforms. Once that blog is created, I could also add the link to this video on the blog and add the blog to this video in the description below. Another bonus tip and fun fact, have you ever done a Facebook Live and LinkedIn at the same time? I'm not crazy about doing them because I find it difficult for me to concentrate, but that's my prerogative. However, it does make life easier to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? So with that being said, if you do a Facebook Live and you do an Instagram Live at the same time, you wanna make sure that the live is no more than 15 minutes so you can reuse that Instagram video as an IGTV. You can cut clips and maybe take some nuggets and make little clips of actual posts. If you drop some gems in those videos, you can repurpose them as posts. With Facebook, you can actually take the video and save it, use it as a freebie, or you can add it, you can share it on LinkedIn and Twitter. Use those little clips as well when you're dropping some amazing information. Last but not least, audio content. So this is super cool. You can take a podcast, for those of you that have podcasts, and transcribe it. I use rev.com. I also use rev.com for my videos when I transcribe these videos, which is in the link below that you can use. But I use Rev for YouTube. And if you have a podcast, you can use Rev to transcribe the audio. And you can take that that's already transcribed and you can clean it up and turn it into another blog post. And again, you can do all the methods that I shared with you earlier about creating a blog post and sharing the blog post and how to repurpose that in multiple ways. There you guys have it. I've now shared with you ways to repurpose content through video, blogs, and podcasts. Remember, when you are creating content, not everybody sees your stuff all the time. So don't feel like you constantly have to create new content and burn yourself out. I guarantee you it isn't worth it. Use some of these methods and tricks to be able to repurpose your stuff and let me know how you do in the comments below. Before we end this video, let me make sure we answered Alyssa's question, and she asks, how do you answer the question for an elevator pitch? What do you do and what is your brand? Well, Alyssa, my answer to you is to be able to answer, how do you help people? For example, in my case, how do I help people? Well, I'm an impact influencer, I travel for a purpose, and I educate people on how to build online personal brands and businesses. If you have any questions, make sure you drop them below and I'll pick the best one for next week's video. Before I let you guys go, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and please, please share. I only do this for you guys, so if you love what you see, make sure you give me a thumbs up and share the love and the knowledge. But until next time, you guys, have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!